Hi guys, welcome to GOO ROO Beauty. I recently received some hair extensions from Hair Extensions Australia, and they carry quite a variety of different hair extensions. The ones that I opted for to try and let you guys know about was the human hair extensions. These are the Remy clip-ins, and there's 8 pieces to this set. Now there's different lengths that you can choose from 16 inch, 18 inch, 20 inch. I chose the 16 inch, and what I was hoping for was something that wasn't going to add a whole lot of length to my already long hair. I'm 36 years of age. I think it's a little bit ridiculous to go much longer than my natural length of hair right now. So I wanted to add some body and thickness, and there are a lot of videos out there about hair extensions and how to put them in. I just wanted to do something a little bit different for you, let you know about these particular hair extensions, and also how, if you already have long hair, how you can use hair extensions to really supplement what you already have and get beautiful thickness and volume. If, like me, you've had thin hair all your life, there's nothing more beautiful and sexy than a thick head of hair, and you can get that just by clip-ins that don't fall out during the day. Take them out at night. They're just so easy. They are a lot of fun. You can really mix up your look. You can wear your hair down, you can put your hair up. If you put them in away from your hairline, you can still wear high ponytails, high buns. You've just got a whole lot more volume. They certainly do give you styling versatility. They make them now so that the colors really blend in beautifully with your natural hair. They're multifaceted. And then when you do get extensions like these that are Remy or made from natural human hair, what you get is a nice match in finish. If you're getting synthetic hair, which is quite cheap, what you're getting is this glossy, plasticky looking hair and your own hair, which looks natural. Even if it's relatively healthy, you've got, older hair at the ends. It's been on your head for up to 2 years at this length, and you really want it to blend. You don't want any obvious, oh, that's silky, shiny plastic hair and that's her natural hair, she must be wearing hair extensions. You want something that's going to sit in your head and not fall out. So you want good quality clips. These ones are pretty decent. They have a nice silicone strip, as you'll see, to prevent slippage. And then the good thing about hair extensions is that you can put them through the processes that your own hair goes through. So you can shampoo them, you can condition them, you can hang them out to dry. I always make sure that I brush through the hair before I put it in, and I brush through the hair when I take it out. And that's going to help keep the extensions in the best state possible. When you wear hair extensions on a regular basis, if you were to wear them, say, a few times every week, these kinds of hair extensions would probably last you up to a year. I've really only had a few weeks to a month to play with them, so I can't tell you myself that they'll last up to a year, but I would say expect up to a year with regular use, i.e. a few times a week. The other thing about hair extensions is that you can color them. So you can color them according to your own hair. If I was to get my own hair colored at this point, even though it's a perfect match now, I might want to go into the hairdresser and change my hair color up a little bit. You can take your hair extensions with you, and they can also undergo a coloring process. You can also dye them at home yourself. One thing to keep in mind with these hair extensions is not to bleach them. The other great thing about the human hair extensions is you can use heated appliances, so you can straighten, you can curl, you can do everything with the extensions that you would do with your own hair, including using a heat protectant. So if you are going to style the extensions with a heated appliance, do always use a heat protectant. That's certainly going to help the extensions stay healthier and stay usable longer. That's about it. So I'm going to post a link to the website down below. I'm going to post details about the color and the length, and link to the particular hair extensions that I have if you like that particular length. So this is the 16. They also come in the 18, that much longer, and also the 20 inch, which would be about that much longer than what I've got in my hair right now. So I'm going to show you how I put them in and also how I style them. I hope that you enjoy, and if you have any questions, certainly do post them down below. I'd love to hear from you. So these are the hair extensions from hairextensionsaustralia.com.au. It's the Remy clip-ins, and this contains 8 pieces. Now there are different lengths that you can choose from, and I chose the 16 inch, which is the shortest length. You can get 16, 18 or 20. And what I wanted to do when I I chose the 16" was to use this not as a lengthener. I mean, my hair is, you know, pretty long. I just thought I'd be able to add a lot of body and volume. They come in a long plastic tubing like that, all wrapped in bubble wrap. And then I also got sent a couple of sectioning clips and then also a comb, and that's with the nice sectioning tool there, as well as the comb to tease the hair at the roots. Of those 8 pieces, we've got 4 different widths. The smallest sections are these with the 1 single clips. You can see the length of them. Now I have curled these so they don't come out with that wave in them when you first get them. 1 single clip in those, and then the next biggest section looks like this with 2 clips, and then the next 2 lots of widths all have 3 clips, 2 of this width and 2 of this width, so just a little bit shorter. The clips do have a nice non-slip feature on them. If you look at them, they've got this little strip of silicone rubber underneath the comb part of the clip, and that's going to help hold the hairpiece onto your own hair. It's obviously non-slip when it's that silicone rubbery texture, and then all these fine little pieces of the comb help to dig into your hair, and when it snaps shut, hold it in place. The idea is to tease your hair where you're putting these clips, just to give these little combs something to really grab a hold of and hold on to. So I'll show you that. They just clip, you know, open and shut pretty easily like that. Now I have found that these don't clip shut and open as easily as other hair extensions that I've tried, but Hair Extensions Australia have said that they actually are improving the clips. So, you know, they're definitely workable, but they do just need a little bit more work. So I'll show you how I put these in. First, I'm just taking out my hair and brushing out. So that's how it looks just to start with, and you'll see how much I get to really bulk up that. That's how we look in a ponytail, so quite thin. The first thing I want to do is section around at the widest part of my head here. That's the first extension that I'm going to put in. I want to make the straightest line possible across. That's where this comb comes in really handy. So I'm going to start at the top of my ear and work around, holding it horizontally. I'm going to clip that section up. And then same on the other side, holding it horizontally. So you can see that it's a straight line here at the widest part of my head. I've just sectioned that off. Now the next thing that I want to do is grab sections and actually tease with this teasing comb. So I'm just going to go all around and tease. So we're giving that extension something to really get a hold of, or we want to put the widest section in first on the widest part of my head. First thing I do before I put it in is just give it a quick brush. I'm using a Tangle Teaser here, love it. Undo all the clips. To centre it, I'm going to put the very centre at the centre of my head. Okay, so that is the first one in, and you can see that it's really not adding much length to my hair, but you'll see when it's all in that I've got extra body definitely. So I'm going to add one more section in beneath that. So at the bottom of my ears basically, I'm just going to section that bit off, pop that up, and then tease again. Now in this section, it's not quite as wide as the widest point, so I'm going to use the second widest section of hair. And grab the center clip. I want to match that up to the center of my head. So just letting down the rest of my hair. The last section with the widest section I popped at the top of my ears, I just want to go a little bit above that. So here probably in line right here with my temples, and section that off. You can use the comb or you can use your fingers. And again, more teasing. For this section here, I'm using the other of the largest width of the extensions. And I like to just apply some pressure so that it's really laying as flat as possible. It takes a little bit of practice to get that tension right, to make sure that that band is lying as flat as possible. You can see I'm just adding a little bit more hair. It's going to add you a bit more volume. And then the last section I'm going to do sort of right here. So in line with my top hairline, basically I'm going to be drawing a line right across here. Right the way around. You want to be more careful up the top. That's where you're more likely to see any extensions coming through or any bumps or lumps or anything like that. So I've made sure that I've really teased very, very well at this section here. And at that point I like to just give it a good feel to make sure that there's no bubbles between the clips, that the strip is lying flat against my scalp. And that feels pretty good. So at this point we've got the 4 longest sections in. We've still got the 2 clip and the 1 clip sections to go. Definitely added some bulk, some more hair to the back there. You can see that there. And now I just want to add a little bit more to the sides, just to give a little bit more up front, around the front, so that it'll just sit evenly around my head. Some for behind my shoulders, some in front of my shoulders. Basically between the top of my ear and the temple, I'm just going to section that off. Now you want to place the front clip first before the one that goes furthest back, because the positioning obviously relative to your hairline is the most important. You want to place it a little bit, so a centimetre or 2 just back from the hairline, so that you don't have any of this clip, you know, showing through. That doesn't look very nice. So we've got a nice clean line here. We want to place this first clip just about there. Clip it shut, and as I'm sort of finding a spot for that second clip, I'm just really pulling it taut, making sure that there's no slack in the band between the 2 clips. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. You can see that the blend is just really quite nice. I love this colour match for me. They blend colours in these hair extensions so that it matches, you know, a bit of a range of natural hair colours, of your own hair colour. Always starting with the front clip for these hairline ones. Placing it just a little bit back from the hairline and in. Just making sure before I let that section go that there is no slack. Actually this one feels like there is a little bit, so I'm just going to replace that clip. Stretching as far as comfortable. Yeah, pretty happy with that. So you should be able to run a brush through it very, very easily. Not have any pieces being yanked out. You can just see there's just more body to my hair now, more of it. Now lastly I'm just going to place the little single sections, and I'm going to place those right up here. And for these ones I really do make sure that I've got the cleanest line possible. This comb comes in really handy. A little bit away from the hairline, and same on this side. So I've now got all the extensions in, and by not placing anything on the top of my head, you can see I can still run a brush very easily through it. This is all natural scalp without the risk of extension clips and extension ends poking through. So it's very, very natural looking there. I've really got a nice blend here between the extensions and my own hair colour. Even texture wise, because they use human hair, it's not like you've got my frazzled ends and then really glossy strands of hair to make it look really obvious that I've got plastic hair on my head. This is more hair than I've normally got. As you saw at the start, this is how much hair I've got now here. It just adds a little bit of length for me, and it is a much, much wider ponytail with more hair and more body to it. It's just a much thicker, it's like doubled in size pretty much. You could just wear it like this, it looks very natural. This is weekend hair for me, just sort of rough, not really styled. Yesterday's hair just slept on and left out. Or you can use heating appliances and you would treat it just like your own hair. So I'll show you what I'll do to curl it. The first thing I'm going to do is using my Tresemme Heat Tamer Protective Spray, spray the hair all over. So I'm going to section off the hair. So much sectioning. Clip that up out of the way. Run my tangle teaser through this. And today I'm using a clipless curling iron. It gets quite hot, so I don't leave it on too long at all, and you can see that just gives quite a nice curl. And I would use a little clip just to help them stay a little bit longer. Okay, so the whole bottom layer is done now. I'm just going to leave those clips in for as long as possible. I'm going to let down this top layer and I'll just grab that side for now. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with this section. You can see just with this front section here, I'm just curling it away from my face here. Just making sure that I'm placing the wand more vertical and winding the hair up and over it. Now I'm just letting out the other side. I want to tease that piece at the roots. We want just a little bit more body on top. And I'm just going to wait for these front curls to just completely cool before I take them out. While I'm waiting, I will just comb out really gently with my Tangle Teaser the other curls. I love the feeling of just extra weight to my hair when I put in extensions. I love feeling like I've just got more hair, more body, more volume. Pretty cool now, so we'll just take those out and brush them out. And that's it. Look, I've got all this hair. I love having all of this extra hair. It just feels really feminine. So this is an option for you ladies who have long hair. Hair extensions are an option for you, and you don't have to add length. You can just add volume and thickness to your hair. Gorgeous having a full head of hair when I've had thin hair all of my life. So that ponytail, you can certainly wear your hair up, low or high. So thank you so much, hairextensionsaustralia.com.au. I really like these extensions. I love having just a fuller head of hair and feeling all of that thickness. It's beautiful. It feels like natural hair. It looks like natural hair, and it blends in very well. Girls, if you've never used hair extensions before, after a few tries, you'll really feel like you've got the hang of it. Don't be discouraged if the first time you can feel extensions, if you can see extensions poking through. You'll just get a feel for how high up on your head you can place them and what's going to work best for you and your hair. So just have some patience with it, play around, have fun, enjoy a new different head of hair. It's fantastic to have that versatility. You just clip it in, clip it out. That is it. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that if you haven't used hair extensions before, you see that they're really not anything to be too afraid of. They certainly do take a few times of applying before you feel like you're really comfortable with how to put extensions in so that they stay in all day. If you do have any more questions after watching this video, certainly do post them down below. I always love to hear from you. If I can help out, I will, and do certainly look below for any links there with information about these particular ones. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a beautiful day, and we'll see you again really soon. Bye.